I can't even with you.
What? It does the pating. I didn't make it do that. It just does it on its own.
You should wait a minute because I don't fucking know where your brother is.
All Sandwich Man vanished.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Okay, so listen. Sorry for like the 20 seconds of funny. Y'all gotta get it at this point.
It's just what it is.
So tonight we're gonna talk about the Murdaugh murders. Okay.
Oh.
Why'd you say that?
Because.
Like he's not guilty as fuck.
Well, no, I ain't talking about him. It's just the whole situation. We're the badasses in the town and we own everything, so we know it all.
Personal experience that there, Mad Eye.
What? I'm sorry. Turtle.
Could you quit with your turtle spoon?
No, I can't.
We couldn't start for 5 minutes. Okay, back on topic.
Yes.
We're going to talk about how, in the South specifically, I know this probably happens in other areas, but this is mainly a Southern thing.
The mob.
That part. How names don't always fly in places for long, okay?
No.
For a while it works.
But then the truth comes out and the chickens come home to roost.
Chicken.
Yeah. And the skeletons that were in the closet are found.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to start off, and I think this is a really good starting point because it's what usually starts everything, is Mallory Beach and what happened.
Okay.
Okay, so, all your friends are like 19 to 21, we'll say. We'll give some of them a legal drinking age.
Okay.
And you get this bright-ass idea at like 19, 20. I don't remember how old Paul was exactly when this happened. That y'all gonna take the boat out and go bar hopping and get a bunch of alcohol. Which he purchased the alcohol using an ID that was his brother Buster's. Because they look enough alike.
I still have a problem with that name. I mean, that's like a dog or a fish or a cat.
But
not a human.
No. But his actual name is like...
I don't care. I would still be...
Fucker's my snack cabinet.
Over there.
Sandwich Man can't find his snack cabinet.
That's now the coffee cabinet.
Where is my fucking cabinet?
My dining room, my rules.
Okay, so...
Fucking snack cabinet got rearranged.
At least he isn't limping again.
So,
He's
where's
about
it
to
at?
be.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Jesus Christ. Okay, so... This doesn't make sense. I had it in here.
Uh-huh.
We saw it.
Can I eat this in the morning?
Sure. Which one is it?
It's the cinnamon.
Oh, I've not tried it yet, but sure.
Well, then I'll get the s'mores one.
I've not tried that one either.
I'll get the buttermilk and maple.
Okay. Okay,
Blah,
so...
blah, blah, blah. This is the house.
Buster's actual name was Richard Alexander Murdaugh Jr.
Okay, you could have went with Rich. You could have went with Alex.
He could have went with Dick.
You could have
Dick.
went with Dick.
But see, he couldn't go with Alec or Alex because that's his dad. Alec Murdaugh.
Okay, you could have went with
Anything.
Xander. I mean,
He
hell,
could
at
have
that
went by
point,
Alexander.
at that point, you could have just been Daw and been better than Buster
You could have been Alec Jr.
or Junior.
AJ.
Just went by Junior.
AJ.
Yeah, I mean,
So
some initials might be rocking at that point.
I didn't realize that was Anthony Jr.
So what happened?
What? No fucking ZD?
What? The fucking Z?
Y'all can stop because you're not allowed to watch more than 3 episodes of The Sopranos. So, on this boat was Mallory Beach, Anthony Cook, Connor Cook, Miley Altman, and Morgan Doty, and Paul Murdaugh. So they decide they're going to go buy liquor underage. And of course they're serving it to them because the Murdaugh's with them. So if you start telling their friends no, you're going to get in trouble.
Right.
And it's basically boils down to, well, if I try to tell Paul he can't buy a drink because he's underage, his dad knows someone who can get my liquor license revoked.
Yeah.
His grandpa can step in and there goes my liquor license. There goes my business.
It's not about who you know.
And then, like I said, he was, he used Buster's ID because the brothers resembled one another. Not fucking really. Like they did, but they didn't.
Right.
And then they're going across the lake to go back home at 2 a.m.
Okay. Everyone's intoxicated.
Not everyone's as intoxicated as Paul, who is now his alter ego, Timmy. And fuck. Timmy decides he's not going to listen to no damn body. He is going to speed the boat, which it was a nice center console boat. And he decides he's going to ram it right into a bridge.
Yeah, because they're little. You can't see them. I mean, come on.
It was foggy.
But it's a fucking bridge. It's not like it moves. And you can't tell me that's not the first time that he's been in that area on a boat.
No.
He knows where stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
So
boat.
It's not... That doesn't jive.
And, like, a lot of them came out with just injuries.
Okay.
I mean, there was several of them who came out basically unscathed. I mean, like, Connor had to have something done with his jaw because of the way when he hit. There they all are. So it was just 3 sets of couples.
Okay.
The one who didn't come out of this on top, though, was Mallory. Mallory was missing for 8 days until they found her body. And there was a lot of speculation that Paul almost did it on purpose. The friend group cut him off for a while. It was very sad watching the Netflix documentary with Anthony and him literally saying that if she came out of that water, he'd marry her right then.
Yeah.
I almost cry. I almost cry every time I rewatch the documentary. But that is kind of the catalyst that started this all, because Paul didn't go unscathed. He got some charges. We're going to look at the charges real quick.
Aww. Timmy. He got pop-pops.
Oh, he got more than pop-pops. He got... Where's the charges?
That one just said criminal charges.
Where?
Go back up.
Aha, okay. So...
See, where will you be without me?
He got charged for boating under the influence.
Okay.
So buoy.
B-U-I.
A buoy instead of a Dewey. He got a buoy. Okay, so it was a buoy resulting in death and serious bodily injury. Because almost everyone on the boat faced some sort of injury. And what's so crazy... Hold on, my hair's on my nerves. So what ended up happening was his grandpa came around and was telling everyone not to talk to the police. Don't talk to the police. Don't give a statement. Don't give anything like that. You know, we're going to represent you. We're going to say what happened. This is what happened.
Not.
Who was driving? Okay, it was not Paul. Paul was not driving. And nobody listened. So Paul got in trouble.
Well, good for them.
So then Mallory's family does fight back.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted accountability. There were civil lawsuits against Paul and then Alec Murdaugh.
Okay.
Then against the businesses accused of selling alcohol to minors. And honestly, there was a lot of financial pressure. And since a lot of stuff would be discovered, Alec kind of just paid the family off. So, this is kind of what starts the catalyst into what happened.
Okay.
So now there's a weight on Paul because he's got so much more pressure on him as the case progressed.
And it's the first time in his life that he's probably faced true
he didn't
punishment.
Just get the bad.
He didn't get the, now son, we're not going to do that again, okay?
So, because, like, he was hurt too, and from what I've seen in the documentaries, my chair is not right. His friends nobody would tell him what happened. He was just kind of in his room yelling for Gloria Satterfield. He was yelling for Go-Go because the nanny raised him, and he would even try to get her to tell him, and she wouldn't. That's how bad it was. Is that the nanny that he loved so much, the in-home housekeeper, wouldn't tell him.
Poor little rich boy.
Poor little spoiled white rich boy.
He was all by myself.
For real. Okay, so by early 2021, multiple problems were converging. There was, talks about Alec's finances, public scrutiny, talks about Alec being a pillhead.
Aww.
which was ended up being confirmed.
Oh, that would never happen. No.
No, that wouldn't happen at all. We would not have it where, you know,
He was doing things that were unsavory.
my favorite's the fake drive-by attempt. But okay. So then, all this just keeps escalating. They're figuring out that Alec Murdaugh has embezzled $12 million from settlements.
See, it's just...
You're already making so much money. Why do you need to embezzle?
That's unreal to me. Well, because it costs a lot of money to keep yourself in the forefront and be in that type of limelight and to put on airs and to act like you have more than you do and to do
But it's
more
so
than you
crazy when your family has already hyped it up for you and you're basically just like a shoe-in, just following their steps. You've got to be the fuck up of the family.
Well, yeah, but I mean, at some point, the pact with the devil has to be paid.
So then, 2 years after Mallory's death, this time we have a tragedy at Moselle. Now listen, Moselle's like a 1,500-acre family land. It's a hunting land. The dog kennels are there. The house is there. Free roaming room. I mean, they trusted their teenagers with a lot of open field space.
That is the South.
There was parties in those fields.
Okay, it's the South.
Well, still, but that's a lot. You know, like, you think about it, and you're trying to make friends in school.
Stay out of the beans, don't let the cows out.
I mean, you're trying to make friends at school, and then you have to be like, listen, we can't party at my house because it's deer season, and my dad said last weekend we scared all the whitetail off.
It's the South.
So,
I mean, do you know how many field parties exist?
well, yeah, but, you know, you're trying to make friends, and you're like, yeah, we have some fields. You know, people are probably thinking 2 or 3, you know, small pastures. No,
Yeah.
we live on 1,500 acres. The fuck?
I mean,
You can't even see the house from the road.
oh, that'd be nice.
Like, you're going to go down the long driveway
Yeah, that'd be nice.
with a gate.
Yeah.
No fence, just a gate. This is the South.
I want a moat. Sharks, freaking laser beams on their heads.
Okay, this is what kills me, though, okay? You look up pictures of the Moselle estate, and there's no fence. There's just a gate.
Well, that's all you need. It's, no, friend. Don't walk around the gate.
Okay, where's the entrance? You can see here just how long the driveway was. It goes all the way up into the woods.
Well, I mean, at that point, if they've made it up the driveway, give them a shot. I mean, hell, they're committed.
Well, yeah, but what gets me is this is very common in the South. You have a gate. Here it is. As you can see, there's no fence coming off of their entrance. It's just a gate.
It's just petties.
Oh, it is totally... See, there's a gate.
There's a tree.
It says no trespassing.
There's a tree. It's fine.
It even has a no trespassing sign.
There's a tree. It's fine.
So, we get to June 7th, 2021. Okay?
I'm cold. What? Keep talking. I'm gonna get a blanket. I'm cold.
Just gonna get a blankie. So, this is the night that truly changed everything and had people questioning everything. Maggie and Paul Murdaugh, so the mom and son, Alec... I feel like we barely talked about it. Okay, Alec Murdaugh is like the head lawyer of this county. Big families, big time lawyers. Big up in the judicial circuit. Okay.
Your daughter has a Band-Aid on my blanket.
I'm so sorry. She likes her Band-Aids.
We may proceed.
So, Alec's son Paul, you know, the one who wrecked the boat, and his wife
Yes.
Maggie were both found shot and killed on the family property by the dog kennels.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Whose wife?
Alex.
Okay, so the mom and the son.
Yes, the mom and the son. I just got to talk about Alec, introducing Alec.
I was listening. I was just making sure that I was on the right page. Yes, I was. I was just making sure I was on the right page.
So, now no, the oldest son, Buster's not home. He's like in college. He's gotten accepted to University of South Carolina Law School, which he ends up flunking out of because he plagiarizes and gets caught.
Well, you know, Daddy's cloud only gets you so far.
Well, Daddy's cloud got him so far that they didn't get arrested. So, for many years, people believed that the boat crash was the central tragedy, but then things started coming up. Like, could the Mallory's family's lawsuit set in motion the murders? Search for accountability from Alec. Yeah, there's just a lot. So, from the outside, you know, people still thought Alec looked successful and still well put together.
Right.
Yeah, no, he honest to God tried to fake a drive-by shooting, saying that his drug dealer tried to shoot him. And he literally took and, like, tried to shoot himself, but, like, he made it to where he only, like, grazed himself. No, I'm sorry. He paid the drug dealer to come do it. So the guy, like, this is how hick it gets.
This is like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, so so while all this is happening,
He'd have got away with it if it wasn't for your dog and those meddling kids, too.
so what ends up happening is that Alec pays his supposed drug dealer. Now, this guy's claimed he's never sold drugs to Alec, you know. He's never done anything like this to Mr. Alec. This is all false to get the heat off of Alec. Comes by and shoots him just perfect, where he, like, grazes him. He ain't dead.
Okay.
He didn't do the job properly. And, like, makes it look like he tried to wreck his car. That's the important part here. So, listen. You know how we mentioned Go-Go Gloria Satterfield?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she suffered a fall at the Murdaugh property where she, it's so crazy because she suffered serious injuries and never recovered, and a few weeks later she died. But, like, at first it just looked like an incident. They said that the hunting dogs were out and tripped her up, or the dogs that got to come into the house tripped her up. Some think she was pushed. Some think it was a complete accident.
Maybe she knew more than she should have.
That's what maybe they released the dogs to trip her because they knew something would happen. Well, Gloria's family never received the settlement money. And that's what brings up the fraud.
Oh, wow.
Because they go and like, hey, Alec, where's the money? You know, she worked for y'all for years. Where's our claim of the insurance money?
Right.
You know, he encouraged the sons to pursue a settlement. They trusted him, and yeah, that didn't come up. So then they started investigating him for the $12 million fraud. But this isn't even the best part. You know, everything keeps happening. The law firm starts to notice everything adds up to the point it's June 7th, 2021.
Okay.
So Gloria happened before.
Okay.
And Go-Go's death happened before. And
So maybe the son confessed something to her.
I don't think it was necessarily. It might have been. Let me double check. Because I'm pretty sure she passed away before Paul and Maggie. Satterfield. It didn't spell it right, but it should get my hint. Okay, so this was more. So Gloria was more than 3 years before in 2018. So it went Gloria, the boat wreck, Paul and Maggie.
Okay.
So Gloria probably knew about the drugs and some of the embezzling.
Yeah.
Because she died before the boat wreck. So that's where Hulu got it wrong. Sorry, y'all. I tried to quote Hulu. I forgot. They dramatized some things. My bad. But on the day Maggie and Paul were shot by the dog kennels finishing things up was the day that the law firm started investigating Alec and asking him about the missing money. So then he's under a lot of pressure. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna get into... Here it is. Okay. So, I'm trying not to read off the script for y'all, but I also have to have it to keep the talking points where they need to be. Because if not, we're gonna get off topic 15 times.
Okay. Why are you looking at me like it's my fault?
Because you're the reason we get off topic.
How dare you? I can just leave you to yourself then.
You escalate it.
I do
So-
not.
Hush. Yes, I have your turtle spoon.
Leave my turtle spoon alone.
Oh my gosh, fine. Okay, so at 10:06 p.m., Alec Murdaugh called 911 to state that his wife and son were dead.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to play that for y'all. Well, I can pull it up on mine. I forgot to have this ready.
Yeah.
This is a very chaotic podcast recording because we are both... We're just... That's the Satterfield one. What? Ah! My thingy fell apart. Ah! Y'all get like raw us when we don't follow the script exactly, and it's great. Okay, so hold on, I have to.
I don't know what you're doing.
my poofy fell off.
That's what she said.
Look, the okay, fuck it. Fuck it.
Okay, so he's called 911.
Yes, I'm trying to pull up the 911 call.
Don't have attitude with me, madam.
And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, if this shit will load. He sounds fake as fuck in it. Like,
Stepful really did push me to get my certificate.
I don't pay for
to
YouTube.
see that
I don't pay for
really
YouTube
can
Premium.
succeed when I put my mind.
this has got to be it because it has. Oh, come on. I had it. Where's my watch history? I'm sorry. That's all the court case. I literally watched the court case this morning. Okay.
For nearly a century, one name's generations of
Where
would later
is
become
it?
known.
We had it. We had it the other day. Oh, here. It plays at the beginning of Crime Junkies.
Back here, I mean, I pulled up and I could.
Sorry.
Hey, 911, what's your emergency? This is Alec Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to assist immediately. My wife and child are shot badly.
High crime.
Okay. Exactly.
It sounds like he's fake crying.
This is Alec Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. My wife and son have been shot badly. Bitch, what does that mean? Shot badly. Okay, first off, you could have just said they've been shot. But it's like he... Okay, fuck it.
You're over here playing with your ball.
Okay, sorry. Oh, no, okay. That was... But, so, what has basically happened is that it sounds fake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does very much sound put on when he's sitting there and he's like, they've been shot badly. Okay.
And it could have been panic.
I mean, it could have been, but let's be honest. If that was the case, I don't think someone who's just supposedly walking up on it would look close enough to see how bad they were shot. They would see the blood, see their loved one, call 911.
Right.
You wouldn't have time to assess the scene.
Right.
So Paul was only 22 at the time.
Because he was washing his hair. Okay.
Woods. So, and then Maggie. So, people initially assumed Alec was another victim. But here came the fun part. There's a Snapchat video. And there's one, like, several hours before the murders where Alec is there with Paul and they're, like, fucking with a tree. They're, like, it's, like, trying to grow so it's, like, really limber still.
Uh-huh.
So he's like pulling it all the way over, letting it flop up because, you know, guys think shit like that's funny.
Yeah.
And they're feeding the dogs, and Paul is talking to one specific dog, and he's like, no, I'm taking care of, I think its name was Chi-Chi or something. I don't know. It was something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, I'm taking care of, you know, Chi. Y'all, you know, I'm going to get to that next. And you hear Alec in the background talking.
Mm-hmm.
So now all fingers point to Alec as a as the murderer.
Okay.
Um,
Suspect number 1, yes.
yes. So supposedly what Alec was trying to backtrack on, because he was being discovered, was that he went to go see his father, who was gravely ill. Maggie agreed. Yeah, go see your dad, you know.
Right.
Go. And that gave him enough time to, okay, we're just gonna go ahead. Okay, picture it. It's like a suburban.
Sicily.
It's a suburban. Pretend it's a suburban.
It's a very flat suburban.
I don't have a real car. Okay. He's at the kennels in the golf cart with Paul and Maggie.
Okay.
He takes the golf cart, which they could have walked it. Takes the golf cart to the house. Comes back in the suburban.
Uh-huh.
Loads the guns up. In the suburban, he had a spare change of clothes and some soap. He takes the water hose, he washes off. Because even what has been hearsay said in the new court stuff is that in an interview later, the cops couldn't figure out why the crime scene was so clean. So then he loads everything up into a tarp back into the suburban, takes it out, takes Maggie's phone.
Okay.
Keeps trying to call her, trying to make his alibi seem real. And he does go drive up the road and toss her phone out randomly at some point on Moselle. He's just like driving up the road and he tosses her phone out and still keeps trying to call it, trying to figure out why she's not answering. So then when he comes back, it really looks like he was gone the whole time.
Right.
Now the black box, kind of like how airplanes have the black box,
Mm-hmm.
in his Suburban, there was something that funky wonky happened when they were trying to investigate it, and GM was like, but you really can't. Fuck a GM product. And that is how they've laid the blame on Alec.
Okay.
So at this point in time, as far as we know, yeah, because the kennel video is at 8:44. And as far as we know, it was just Alec. So far as, I mean, he's only been convicted.
Right.
But there was 2 different types of guns used. Paul was shot with a shotgun, and Maggie was shot with a rifle.
Okay.
That's not something you can just change a magazine and pretend.
Right.
It's not like he used an assault rifle and could, you can't switch things out. Or whatever, People are trying to say that someone was trying to stage the crime scene, which would make sense. I mean, if you're trying to cover up who helped you do it or you do it, you're going to use 2 different weapons.
Right.
And then there's also the wasn't more than one shooter. Okay, which could be feasible in this aspect of using 2 different guns. So, Paul was shot first. Of course, the catastrophic shotgun wounds near the feed room area of the kennel. So they've got like the dog kennels in a square, and like right here is like a little almost shed where the feed room is, so they can go in there. And the other kennels have the same setup. They've got like 2 sets of kennels.
Okay.
So, investigators later testified that he died instantly. The violence shocked even law enforcement with how brutally shot he was. Because he didn't just get shot and go just fall. Like, of course he fell, but it was more like he's in the room and he hits his head on something too and then falls face first. So then he's also tore up from the gravel.
Right.
Evidence suggested that Maggie was some distance away when he was shot. So she was at the golf cart. So here's the kennels where he's at. You're walking down the aisle. Over here is the golf cart. she would have heard the gunfire, and what really happened remains uncertain, but with how her body was, she began running towards her son. Understandable. So she was shot multiple times with the rifle, and the evidence indicated she continued moving after the initial shots. So both victims laid dead near the kennels, and of course there was no surveillance, no nothing.
Oh, of course not.
And then this is like what I was talking about with the missing minutes, the phone records. They examined the phone calls, the texts, the steps, and the vehicle data. Screen activity. Anything digital they traced. So Alec literally would have had to take Maggie's phone to make this not him.
Right.
And walk around the kennels multiple times and walk in and out of the house and walk back and forth with her phone to make it look like she was doing more during the time. Wow. And he had to take his own phone and do this to make it believable that they were shot when he pulled up. Yeah, not set it back hours.
Yeah.
But also, he was doing all these steps on Maggie's phone. Sure, it was, to make things look more legit. But really, he was doing it on his own phone to cover his ass. So his phone showed a lot more steps during the time that they were shot, placing him at the crime scene. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I mixed that up. He didn't take Maggie's phone. He didn't take Maggie's phone until he got back to do the cleanup stuff. He walked around the kennels several times and stuff and tried to make it look like he was looking at what happened. But his phone still traced him getting in the car, driving to the house, walking in and out of the house, walking around the kennels, and placed him there at the time of the murders.
Wow.
So yeah, after the kennel video, both Maggie and Paul's phones suddenly stopped showing meaningful activity. So basically not too long after the videos at 8-something, they were shot. So they were probably shot at like 9-something. Because the video was like at 8:40-something.
Yeah.
See, and then his story changed. Because it was originally he asked Maggie about going to see his dad. Then he said he was going to see his mom. That's what he told the prosecutors.
Wow.
See, this is why I look through all this. So, they find the guns at Moselle, all of that. They find out Alec is guilty. As far as they know, he's guilty of shooting Paul and Maggie. There's not really been a determined motive.
Okay.
Besides, maybe he was trying to get the heat off of him for the embezzlement.
Yeah.
If he was the grieving husband, they wouldn't want to press charges on the grieving husband and father.
Right. Or there could have been, I'm sure there was insurance policies. Could have been a payout.
Could have bought his way out.
To buy somebody off or help get himself out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Now, there have been other deaths supposedly linked to the Murdaughs. We do have the Stephen Smith, which is not confirmed by any means. I'm not even going to go too much into it, but they do think that they had something to do with Stephen Smith's death. Gloria could still be an accident.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of what ifs.
At the end of the day,
there's a lot of possibilities.
At the end of the day, Mallory is an accidental death. I'm sure Paul didn't mean for it to be her. I'm sure he didn't truly mean for it to be any of his friends.
Right.
I mean, he was drunk and refusing to give up the wheel. Timmy was at the wheel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still a horrible thing. And he did get charged for it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I
he
mean...
got a buoy.
In essence, he kind of did get his own comeuppance out of it.
So, we've heard, what I have to say about it. What do you think with all this? Especially with the retrial on the murder cases.
I think he's just grasping for straws at this point. I think that he was in a very bad situation. I think he had let his sons believe long enough that they were untouchable and invincible and that they were above the law because he himself felt that way. And then it's all come back to bite him in the butt. I mean,
do you think there was more than one shooter?
See, I don't...
Do you think he would have had time? Because the way that they're stating it is that he would have had to go up behind the, like, he was behind
But
the
here's
feed
the thing.
room.
Okay, so the son was shot with a shotgun, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but here's the thing. He could have shot him with a shotgun, dropped it, picked up the rifle, and then shot the wife with the rifle.
But you see, the funny thing about it is that in the stuff that's been, like, described, is that they were placed behind, this doesn't show it very well. Basically, they were placed behind the feed room. So, like, if you look, right here's the feed room. He placed the rifles on the backside back here of the feed room. The rifle and the shotgun. He placed the pow-pows on the backside of it. So then he would have had to come around or go through the window to shoot Paul to get him from behind, like what's happened.
Yeah.
And then he'd have to run back around and grab the rifle. But with Maggie she was more on this side. So she was more over here. He could have had time to do that.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the animated one that I saw.
It's very plausible that he could have
And
used two different weapons, but it's also plausible to think that if he's had people help him stage shootings before.
well, see, that didn't happen until after the murders.
Okay, well, that guy could have still been on his payroll then.
Yeah.
Or someone else. I'm not saying it was that guy. It
I
could
don't
have been
want to
someone
show
else.
all these graphic pictures because YouTube will demonetize me.
It could have very well been someone else.
Yeah, so... Okay, when they were found, Maggie was found on this dot up here by the red, and Paul was found right here at the dog kennel.
Okay.
So if Maggie had been up here, like I said, he would have had time to go back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
And as much as people would want to be like, well, the daddy would never. Yes, the fuck he would.
I mean, at that
I
point...
remember Shanann and the girls.
And maybe it was also that the...
Casey Anthony, anyone?
was it just did he just plan to...
I think he was going to use their insurance settlements to pay off the law firm enough where they wouldn't think too
He
much.
could just kind of disappear.
Yeah. They would be like, okay, Alec, I'm sorry you're grieving. Yep, here's your settlements here, and he'd go buy a new life.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think it's very plausible that he could have used both weapons.
Mm-hmm. And with him being a lawyer, he would know to clean himself up. Because of the gun residue. He would know to shoot and throw.
Oh, yeah.
He would... Now, with Maggie having the multiple gunshots, he probably had to scrub a little more to get the gun residue off. But they weren't thinking him.
That as well.
They also weren't thinking him in the beginning.
No.
So he had time to get cleaned up before they even took DNA from him.
Yeah.
And so we come down to the retrial. Because they mentioned the fraud, so they think people were being biased because he embezzled so much money. But this South Carolina judge, she ain't holding no fucking punches.
No.
She told them, we moving forward, we moving on. I am known to get these old cases off my docket.
Yeah.
And
She's just wanting the truth and wanting justice done. That's all.
I think they should leave it in Lexington County. Because she's doing the, screenings for all this. She's getting everything in place. And poor Alex's lawyer is a pissant. I could do a better job just watching legal. My law degree is from Elle Woods. And I could do a better job.
What? Like, it's hard?
Exactly. I have an Elle Woods law degree.
But no, it's...
Straight from Elle Harvard. .edu. And I could defend his ass better. We watched the video earlier and he was grasping for straws.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, but what about this? And then the state lawyer would be like, buddy, you're wrong.
Yeah, it's
You're
just,
stupid.
At this point, they're just trying to get something done that's not going to happen.
And I think they're trying
and
to...
everybody...
They're trying to get that limelight back on him. Because
Yeah.
after the Hulu thing, it's kind of like fallen off. And now Alec is like, oh my god, I'm not in the spotlight.
Well, the family's notoriety is decreasing.
Yeah, Buster got married. He got kicked out of USC. Got married. I just got yelled for. She gonna come out here.
Yep. But I think it's definitely something to watch and see what's going to happen with this.
Oh, I'm watching
court
it
case.
because his retrial date is set for 2027. I'm gonna take that fucking day off work. I'm gonna drop River off with somebody. I don't give a fuck who. Her Shelby, her Aunt Crystal. Jesus can watch her that day, okay?
Now listen. Don't give me that face.
She has enough Jesus movies. Jesus can watch her. She can watch VeggieTales. I'm watching the retrial.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, to say the least. I think their hardest plight, in all honesty, is going to be finding a jury.
That's not biased.
Right, because...
I'll lie. I know nothing about the Murdaughs.
Most
know if I sent them this video.
most people have at least heard of it. Whether
And
they
I
know
think-
of it in depth or not, they've at least heard of the case and heard of what's
So-
going on and heard the family name. So it's going to be
At
very
that
hard.
point, I mean, you can't even pull out of country. I think at that point, yes, he deserves a trial by jury, but at that point,
Is it going to be feasible?
is it going to be feasible? I mean, Kermit the Frog can sit on the jury. I mean, that's the point we're at, is having, like, a celebrity panel. Almost. Because, yes, they know about it, but they're not going to, like, want their name to be on the wrong side of it.
Right.
They're not going to be the ones to find him innocent.
So, maybe they could do the snatch game. I don't know at this point.
Just so, like, I mean, how do you find a jury that's not going to have some sort of opinion about
It's
it?
going to be a lot of
And
older.
I wonder, too, if a lot of it's going to end up being, they come in, they don't ask anything, if you know anything about Murdaugh, nothing.
Yeah.
They don't ask that. They
It's
just bring
probably
you
going to
in.
be a lot of older people.
Older people, and I've got a feeling a lot of it's going to be from a different state. They're going to call they're going to call out of state in. But I don't think they'll tell them you're going to sit on the Murdaugh case.
Probably not
think they're
until
gonna-
in the courtroom.
I don't think they're going to have them in the courtroom. I think they're going to have them in a room where all they do is listen to it, and it's going to bleep out the names.
Yeah, they can do that.
That'd be the only way you could keep it 100% unbiased.
Because they've got to be in the courtroom
In the
to hear
courtroom.
everything to make a fair judgment. You can't get half details and then make judgment.
See, that's the thing, though, is like if they could have them sit in a different room, listen to the recording, and they bleep out anytime it says Murdaugh, Alec, or Paul, or Maggie, you could almost.
You're still not going to get the full story, though, in that case.
No.
So you can't make a true unbiased opinion. That's why I say it's going to be a lot of elderly people that don't have access.
They're going to all have dementia because they're going to forget the court
Well,
case.
no, because most of them don't have access or utilize
Hulu,
the internet
Netflix.
and things like that. So they're not exposed to it. They're not the ones that are looking into this and are doing. I mean, some of them are, but the majority of them are not.
And they're going to have to not just pull from, like,
Because a lot
surrounding South Carolina. They're going to have to pull from, like, the Midwest.
Yeah, because a lot of those little old church ladies, you know, the internet's the devil.
But they're going to have to pull from, like, the Midwest
Right.
to get someone who's not... They cannot pull from South Carolina at all.
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
I'll go sit in on it. I'm completely unbiased. You act like you wouldn't lie straight to their face.
See, I don't know as much about it because I've not really looked into it. I've not really researched
They
it.
would
I
look
know
at you.
some, but I don't know a lot.
They would look at you and go, "Do you know the name Alec Murdaugh?" Nope.
Who?
That's a stupid name.
It really is. But I've not really delved into it because it's not piqued my interest like some of them have. And I think some of it is because all I see is poor little rich boy. Bless.
I mean, I do feel bad for what happened to them in the end, but it's all at the hands of their father.
Yeah.
So if y'all see my bitch ass on that jury, do not go send in no judge this fucking video.
She ain't gonna get on that jury because they gonna know who she is. It's right.
They're
Bless it. Bless it.
So yeah, basically what's happening now is that Alec is going on a retrial in April of 27. They're going to keep going through and making him appear in court. They've not given him any of the special treatment that his peeps wanted for him. Like a laptop.
Sad.
And that's where we're at with this case.
So he can't even watch jail porn.
But yeah, I mean, and that's if by the point the retrial happens, some good old boy in prison for running shine or something hasn't Alec for what he did.
Well, I mean,
I'm shocked that ain't happened yet.
But there's also the chance that that his lawyers could see this is just futile and they'll stop.
No matter what, he's serving 67 years in prison because of the embezzlement. So no matter what, he's going to be in jail till the day he dies.
Yeah.
So I don't even get the point of this retrial shit. I literally looked at Cody and went, what the fuck are they doing? This is stupid. But we'll keep y'all updated on the retrial as things come out.
Fun times.
So, you got anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay.
Don't get above your raisin.
Don't act like you Southern royalty when you Hellman's mayonnaise on a tomato sandwich instead of Duke's.
Ew! Blasphemous. I don't even eat mayonnaise, and that's just blasphemous. Duke's or nothing.
Don't act like Duke's if you're a Hellman's, okay? Bye, everyone.
Toodles!